All right, hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through this session. If you are using your B3 bands today, we already have our air added. We're focused on lower body today, but you're welcome to use both upper and lower. There'll be a chance for our final circuit. If you want to add air to the upper body, then we'll do that. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and come on up to standing to get warmed up. All right, go ahead and stand with your feet just underneath the hips, soft bend in the knees, hands on the thighs, chin to the chest. We're gonna start with a little bit of a toe touch. So just slightly blow out as you slide the air down. Nice, smooth exhale, reaching down for the toes. Hold that bottom position for one breath into the back. Exhale, see if your body wants to go a little bit farther. And then on that next inhale, slowly start to come on up. Very nice. From there, go ahead and walk the feet nice and wide. Soft bend in those knees. Reach those arms up to overhead. We're going to do our snow globe circles next. A nice soft bend as you circle through. We're going to go 2 to 3 times each direction. One more time this way. And after that third time, we'll start to circle it the other way around, keeping that soft bend in the knee, circling through. Squeezing the glutes as you reach high. Glide down. One more time. And rest. Good job. Walk those feet in. Come onto one leg. Shoulders draw back. And ankle rolls next. Working that balance. Drawing those shoulders down out of the ears and lift up through your midline, keeping your hips level. Switch directions of that ankle roll. Fantastic. Set it down. Same thing other side. Draw up. Squeeze the shoulders back. Hips nice and level. We had to have that kick out, so keep pulling them up. Good. Switch directions of the ankle. Hold that balance. And release. Good job. Go back to that wide base stance. Soft bend those knees. Interlace the hands, taking it down to that behind the back stretch. So lift those arms up. Push those hips back. Draw those arms right up to overhead. Breathe into the back. One more breath. On that next inhale, come back up to standing. We're going to shimmy those feet back in and come into that quad stretch. So back to some balance work, grabbing one foot, pulling that heel back, that midline level. Focus to engage the glute on the side that you're stretching. The more you can activate the back of the body, the more the front of the body will open. Very good. Go ahead and release that leg. Same thing other side. Set it down. Draw everything up. Pull that heel to the glute. There you go. Keep that chest tall now. Pull the shoulder back on the side that you're holding the foot. And 3, 2, 1, and release that foot down as well. Nice work. All right, let me get our clock in position. We're going to start with some breathing work, and we're going to be doing a little bit of lunging, but from a stationary position. So we'll start without any weights. Go ahead and bring your arms out to the side, standing nice and tall. And when you're ready here, we're going to start with a march and punch. Exhale as you punch. Those hands high by the shoulders. Good. As you lift those knees, lift the foot and toes. 10 more seconds here. Nice. 3, 2, 1, and rest. From here, I want you to take your left foot, set it forward like you're going to go into a lunge position. Right foot steps back. Go ahead and come down to the heel of the right foot for a second. Make sure you're hip width apart. Chest and shoulders forward. Then we're going to come up on the ball of the toe, that rear leg. When you're ready, you're going to reach your arms out and nice and slow start to bring that back knee to the floor, keeping that front heel planted and shin vertical. Then you'll push that heel in the front leg. Stand right up, lower that knee down and stand. Think about this like it's a stationary lunge. Good. So arms can reach out. And as you stand tall, rest them down. Reaching out, rest them down. 10 more seconds. Look straight, Sharon. Shin vertical on that front leg. Really push away on that front heel. 1 or 2 more. Down, up, and 2, 1, and rest. Walk that back leg in between sides. Go a little hip circle. Snap through those hips, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just a second, moves. Switch directions, that hip circle. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna switch sides. Now you're gonna step your right foot forward. I'm gonna have my left, keeping those hips nice and square. Eyes up, and 2, 1. Here we go, lowering your trail leg, knee comes down, front shin vertical, down and up, good. So we're gonna get a little bit of more burn on these stationary lunges than on our traditional lunges, a little bit more time under tension for the body. So make sure you have a long enough stance so that front shin is vertical. I commonly see knees pushing out too far on that front leg. This crew looks good. Last one, and walk that back leg in. Good job. Going right into either some step jacks or some jump jacks, keeping that blood flow going. You all keep it moving. I'm gonna help Moose here get untangled. Sorry, buddy. All right, moving through those jump jacks. Let's go about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and take a pause. All right, wide base stance. We're gonna take one hand to the opposite thigh while the other hand comes up to overhead, and then you switch. Call it a little side stretch flow here. One hand down, reaching for the thigh, one hand up. I should have kept him on the short leash. Try to look up at that hand as you reach overhead. One more time each way. Reaching over top of the head. And release. All right, 10 seconds. We're gonna be back for set 2. We're gonna go with that march and punch, or you can add a little skip and hop to it. Here we go. Exhale as you drive those knees up. Good work, keep it rolling. Last 15 seconds on this. If you want to turn it into more of a running high knee, driving those arms at the side, a little faster heart rate. All right, getting ready for our lunges. Go ahead and pause on your cardio, and we're gonna start with your left leg forward. So I'll be on my right foot forward, left foot back. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. As the knee comes down, the arms raise out. We're gonna have one more round after this. If you wanna hold a little bit of weight on the last round, that's an option as well. Good, keeping the eyes up, chest tall. Breathe through that burn. Good job, that's 20 seconds. 10 more. And 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Walk those feet in together. Draw your midline in. We're gonna go our alternating front raise next. Pumping those arms up and down. Actively engage those shoulders. Draw that midline in. Good. And take those arms to the side. Start to push the air back behind you with that backhand, that backstroke. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Back to the lunge position. It's going to be your right foot forward. Eyes up, chest up. Keeping those feet hip width apart. 2, 1. Here we go. Trail knee straight down towards the floor. Moose. I can't lunge with you under my leg. There you go. Good. Eyes up. Wonderful. Just over halfway. Keep that pulse going. Midline draws in, arms reach out. Couple more. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Step or jump jacks. And back to center. I think he's got some healer in him. Moose. Not my feet, not my feet. I know we do play like this sometimes. Good job, keep it up here. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. Let's grab a drink. Now we're gonna have one more round of that. If you would like to use some weights on the lunges, Have some light to moderate weights nearby. All right, getting ready to start here with our march and punch. Standing up nice and tall, 2, 1, here we go. Feel free to add that hop to it. Come on, Lucy. Maybe running sprints and letting them wrestle with the fellow dogs wasn't the best thing right before class. How can you not, though, when they're all there playing? Great job, folks. 10 seconds. Moose wants his workout too. 2, 1, and rest. All right, round 3 of our lunge now. It's going to be your left foot forward to start. You want to hold some weight. Go ahead and stagger the feet. Left foot forward, right foot back, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lowering that back knee down. No. Drive that front heel. Come on up. Good. Control it down. Nice. Eyes looking forward. Good. Jean, we're on our 3rd set here, and then we'll be doing some stretches before the next circuit. Good to have you. Less than 10 seconds. Up and down with that back knee. Sharon, really fight to keep that chest tall. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. In between sides, you can hold on to that dumbbell if it's light enough. Toes pointing forward, midline draws in, and come into our front raises. Straight up, straight down. Good. Straight up, straight down. Nice. Draw that chin in. Don't let the head push forward. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and transition. All right, getting ready for the lunge with your right foot forward. So go ahead and square the feet. You can keep that weight if you like, if you used it for your first leg. Step that other foot back. Eyes up, and 2, 1. Here we go. Back knee comes straight down. You want that front heel planted so that shin stays vertical. Nice. Don't want that knee to dive forward. Very good. Yep, Sharon, really squeeze those shoulders back. Keep that chest tall as you're coming in and out of that lunge. That looks better. Looking smooth, Jean. And 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. Set the weights down. We're back to our step or jump jacks next. And here we go. Woo. Good. Smile. January 6th today. Nice work, almost there. All right, we're ready to shed some layers here in Phoenix as well. 2, 1, and take that pause. All right, let's grab a drink. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching. If you were wearing the bands on the lower body, you can keep them on, but go ahead. Oh, we got a couple more minutes. We'll keep them on while we stretch, and then we'll let the air out. All right. We're gonna go ahead and inchworm our way down. So wide base stance, reach down between the legs, walk yourself out. We're gonna come down to the knees. The nice wide handprint underneath the shoulders. Walk those knees into they're touching. We're gonna do our quadruped hip rock here. So lower your hips to one side, and then up and across to the other. Good morning. You're totally fine. You're just fine. Just a public park, no worries. Oh, yeah, where your Frisbee is. I didn't see it myself. Yeah, no worries, no worries. All right, when you finish that little hip rock there, go ahead and turn those toes under. Let's take a moment in down dog. Hips drive high, chin to the chest. Gently rock forward, rock back. We're using this to open the mid back, and then we'll stretch the calves. Breathe in as you rock forward slightly, and then exhale as you draw the chin to the chest. Guide the heart towards the thighs. One more time. Rock it forward, rock it back, breathing out. And then stay in that back position and lower each heel down. Get a nice stretch for the calves. Wonderful. When you're ready, you're going to slowly inchworm your way back up to standing. And I want you to be nice and intentional coming out of that forward fold position. So go ahead and come into like that toe touch posture, chin to the chest, and then nice and slow, coming back up to standing. Good job. Couple good mornings here. Let's wake up those hamstrings a bit more. The belly draws in, hands behind the head, soft bend those knees, and then long spine here. I want you to really push your hips back. Try to feel those hamstrings. Very good. Push through the feet, squeeze the glutes, stand tall. And then those of you live here, if you would just turn sideways to the camera, I want to see that nice flat back, long spine position. Squeeze those glutes as you stand tall. Very nice. Good, Jean. Good, Sharon. Draw that chin in. Let's go about twice more. Really push those hips back. If your hamstrings are long enough, you'll need to go beyond 90, but if you can't quite get that stretch, just trust that you have enough range of motion that you're going to be plenty safe for these deadlifts we have coming up next. All right, beautiful. As you stand tall from there, just a little side-to-side rotation. Wonderful. Arm circles, up and back. Spread the fingers. Good, and then come in closer for some wrist circles. Skipped over those elbows. And circle the wrist the other way. And just for fun, because it always feels a little funky, circle those elbows around, kind of sway the hips side to side as you do so. Very good, and now try to reverse directions. My brain's like, what? Circle the elbows the other way. All right, friends, great work. We're gonna get ready for some deadlifts next. So we're gonna start with a light to moderate weight. Ready to go, deadlifts. Mountain climber, coming on up for some thrusters. It's Carrie, hello cousin. Beautiful, beautiful. We got 4 rounds. We're gonna use this first round as a little bit of a warm up. If you are using the bands, go ahead and just let the air out. Just push those little nozzles in, release the air, but you can keep them on. All right, so our first motion is gonna be that deadlift position. So you're gonna have your weights right between the feet. Stay up nice and tall, draw that midline in. We're starting in 10 seconds here. Soft bend those knees. You're gonna send the hips back to keep a nice flat back. And then we're gonna start here, chin draws in, and 2, 1, here we go. Push the feet, engage those glutes, stand nice and tall. Long spine as you lower it down. It's our first of 4 sets. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you stand, squeezing the back side of the body, stacking the shoulders straight over top of the hips. Wonderful, good. Set the hips back, controlling down. And depending upon the size of your dumbbell, maybe just go to mid-shin. You wanna have a nice fluid range so you keep the spine flat. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job, clear your area. We're making our way down to the floor next for some mountain climbers. So go ahead and make a nice wide handprint. Spread those fingers wide, coming to the top of the push-up. And when you're ready, you're gonna exhale as you draw the knee towards the same side elbow. On rounds 2 and 4, we're gonna go diagonal, meaning the knee will come to the opposite elbow. But right now, keeping it square, draw that chin in, lift up through that mid-back, and keep that breathing going, trying to breathe out as the knee draws up. Hips stay as level as you can. Nice, keep lifting through the mid-back. And 2, 1, and transition back to the feet. Light or no weights here. I'm gonna use a nice light weight. We're gonna be doing that thruster, full squat to that overhead reach. Just a gentle toe out, feet about hip width apart. And 2, 1, when you're ready. Squatting down and raising the arms up to overhead. Elbows come up and forward. Squeeze the glutes. Just nice and steady here, using this first set to really feel those movements. Definitely be nice and warm from all the work we did in our first circuit, but nonetheless, pacing is never a bad thing. I guess unless you're in a competition, then you get behind your competition, but we're training right now. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. You can keep that weight in your hands. We're coming back down to the mat, and we have our plank drag through as our last exercise. So coming down to the forearms. If the plank is hard, don't worry about the drag through. 2, 1, when you're ready. Feet a little wider than a normal push-up. Give you a little bit more stability, and you're reaching underneath your body, grabbing your dumbbell, pulling it across to the other side. All the while, making sure not to arch the lower spine, making sure not to set the dumbbell on your dog's tail, and drawing the chin in. Almost there. 2, 1, and rest. Great job. That's the end of set 1. We're going to make our way back for set 2. Back to our deadlifts here in 15 seconds. So if you have a little bit heavier weight, we'll switch it up. Go to that heavier weight next. Standing tall. And when you're ready, here we go. Bowing forward, squeeze the glutes. Your body's feeling good today. Your energy's feeling good. You can look to hinge and stand just slightly faster this set. Holding on to those mechanics. Squeeze the shoulders back as well. Sometimes our shoulders will tend to slip forward. Breathe into lower, exhale as you stand. And 2, 1, and rest. Second exercise is our mountain climber. Round 2, we're gonna go opposite knee to elbow. So the right knee will come to that left elbow. Wide handprint, coming on up, starting now. Still focus to keep those hips level. Exhale as you draw that knee up and across. There you go. Chin drawn in, eyes looking straight down between the hands. Keep lifting up to that mid back. Great job. 10 seconds left. Feel those finger pads grip down as well. You want to feel the arches of your hand activate. Take the load off your wrist. And resting there. Good job. Warm your way back up to the feet. We're going back to our squat to overhead reach, also known as our thruster. Slight toe out, eyes up, and here we go. Push those knees wide, keeping the heels planted, squatting down and reach high to overhead. Heck yeah, good. Great to have you, Carrie. Breathe in as you lower down, breathe out as you stand tall. Elevate through those shoulders. Great work. It's our second of 4 sets. 5 more seconds. Let's go 1 more. Down, up, and rest. All right, 4th exercise of our circuit. Back to those forearms for that plank drag through. Coming down, either holding a plank on your forearms or using that dumbbell to reach under the body and cross it over. Starting now. Good, as you shift from one arm to the other, there's that tendency for the hips start to drop. Feel your body really engage. Halfway through. Try to fire those glutes, squeeze your bum. That's nice, good. Belly button drawing in. No arching of that lower spine, and rest. Woo. All right, 30 seconds. We back for set 3. So for sets 3 and 4, I have 2 uneven weights. So I'm gonna be holding the heavier weight in my right hand, the lighter weight in my left, and then on round 4, I'll switch. So if you have uneven weights that you can hold, to give yourself a heavier load there at home or wherever you may be, go ahead and switch it up. All right, starting in 5 seconds. Standing tall, 2, 1, here we go. Shoulders drawn back, yep. Knees push out. Nice long spine. Good. And as you bow down, draw that chin and keep the neck nice and neutral, looking straight ahead at the top and then looking down towards the floor at the bottom. There you go, good, Carrie. 1 or 2 more. And rest. Mountain climbers. We're on set 3 now, so we're gonna be back to the same side elbow. Right knee to the right elbow, left knee to the left elbow. 2, 1, here we go. Keep that breath rate high. Exhaling as you drive that knee up. Loose. Nice work. Chin in, Looking straight down between those hands. Oopsie. Almost there. And 2, 1, and rest. All right, second to last set of thrusters. Here's your toy. I know, my feet are more fun. Squat, that overhead reach. Set the feet. 2, 1, and here we go. Knees push wide. Try to find a spot straight ahead to focus on now. You want your gaze to stay focused on that one spot. Heck yeah, good. Eyes up. Almost there, friends. Couple more. And rotate. Good job. Back to that forearm plank with the option of the drag through. Coming on down. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reaching underneath the body, pulling the weight across. Actually reach under with like an underhand position, palm up. Keep lifting up to that mid back. It's our second to last set. Five more seconds. You can get it over and back. 2, 1, and 30 seconds rest. Nice job. Back to that deadlift. 30 seconds. If you were using uneven weights, we're going to go heavier weight in the left hand this time. Nice work. All right, starting in 10 seconds. Standing tall. Draw that midline in so you're not overarching the spine, and begin. Breathe in as you hinge forward. Exhale as you stand tall. Good. Chin in, looking down as you bow forward, looking ahead as you stand up. There it is. Squeezing those shoulder blades back. Imagine you're just lifting your head straight up towards the sky. It's like, how tall can I stand at the top? Beautiful. Couple more. And rotate. Coming down for our last set of mountain climbers. Alternating elbows this time, meaning knee to the opposite elbow. Wide handprint. And when you're ready, drawing the knee across the body. Those hips as level as you can. And don't neglect the hands. Use all those little muscles of the hands. We have those arches in our hand, just like we have arches in our feet. And the more we activate those arches, the less of a load that the wrists have to hold. We want to use as much of our muscles as we can. Good. Keep lifting up to the midline. And 2, 1, and transition. All right, final set of thrusters. Eyes up. And begin. There we go. Full squat. Try to avoid any kind of bounce in the bottom. Control down. You can pull down and then really push through your feet. Drive yourself tall. Nice. Halfway through. Chest tall, eyes up as you lower into that squat. Strong drive out of the bottom. Last one. Great job. Coming down to that plank. Final set of that plank drag through. All right, come down to the forearms and reaching under, pulling through. Good. Go ahead and begin. We're going to hold everything as stationary as you can, just moving what you need. Going to feel those glutes contract as you switch sides. Help hold the hips level. 2, 1, and all done there. Great job. Go ahead and stay on the ground for a second. Let's stretch out while we're down here. We have one more circuit left. So go ahead and roll over onto your back. Coming on down to the back, hug both legs into the chest and gently rock yourself side to side. From that double kneaded chest, if that's loosening up and everything feels good there, we'll go a little bit deeper into that 2-knee twist. Taking the arms to the side, keeping the legs together. Both knees come to one side as you look over the other shoulder. Breathe. Scoop the legs across. Same thing other way. Turn the head as the knees come across. Let's get one more each direction. And back. Very nice. Place the feet flat. Draw the shoulders back and down. We're going to do a 30-second bridge hold. So you're going to raise those hips up, draw the chin to the chest, and see if you can bring your hands underneath your body, really opening up that heart area. Draw that chin in. And we want to fire the glutes. So we open up the front of the hips without pinching into that low back. So think about trying to lengthen through that lower spine. Good, halfway. Continue to squeeze, squeezing the backside as you lengthen. Try to find a little bit more of that glute tissue that you can get to wake up. And when you're ready, release the hands and nice and slow, bring yourself back down. Great job. From there, we're going to go ahead and roll it over and come into a child's position. We'll bring the big toes together, divide the knees, reach those arms straight out, and lower your hips back. Breathing there. From there, let's come to hands and knees for a few kitty cat stretch or some cat cows. On the exhale, you're going to draw that chin to the chest, really lifting up between those shoulder blades, drawing your spine towards the sky. And then as you breathe in, draw those shoulders back and down, soft arch of the spine. Good. Exhale, push through that mid back. Lifting up. Inhale, soft arch. Very nice. One more time. Exhale, pushing through. Inhale, soft arch. Fantastic. From here, let's come into down dog. We're going to make our way back up to standing, pushing through that mid back. Give some love to the calves first, walking out those heels. And then when you're ready, nice and slow, make your way back up to standing. All right, good job. So we've got some upper body work coming up next, preferably for reps. We're going to go a set of 10, 8, 6. The first exercise is going to be a combination. You're going to curl with the upper body. So you'll do a dumbbell curl into an overhead press, and then you'll do a tricep extension. So I'm going to show you a little bit closer. So from standing, I'm going to curl to my chest, push up to overhead, and then lower the weight back for that tricep extension. Come back down in front. You can do it with bands as well, curling in, squeeze the glutes as you push high, lower the weight behind you, and drive it up. Good. So some of you look like you've started, but you can go ahead and shake it out for a second, whether you want to use bands or dumbbells. The bands I find I have to do them kneeling to go all the way overhead, but similar, curl it in, push it up, bend those elbows and extend. I prefer dumbbell work if you have it for this series. And then after we finish 10 reps or so on that, we're going to lie down on our backs, and I'll show you the next piece. But let's go ahead and do this first 10 reps together. So with either one weight holding both hands, or you could have 2 lighter weights in each hand. Toes pointing forward, belly drawn in. When you're ready, curl to the chest, drive straight up to overhead, and then lowering that weight back behind you for that tricep extension. Good. Coming back down. So there's 1. Curl, push, bend at the elbows for that tricep extension. 2. Good. Up, back. 3. Good job. Just moving through at your own. If you get a little bit more than 10, a little bit less than 10, that's all right. All recommended. Right about halfway. Don't take the focus off the back side and the lower body. You can still be engaged in that lower body. Making sure you're not overarching the spine. A few more. Last couple. Almost there. In, up, back, up. Fantastic. I'm gonna finish out what you're working on there. If you happen to have like a bench, you would do a bench press off of, you can lay down on the bench. I'm gonna be using the ground here, which I assume most of you will be in that position. So you're gonna lay or lie on your back. The knees are gonna come up and together. And you do like a little chest press here. I'm gonna lower the weight down to my chest and push straight up. Down and up. 10, 12, whatever feels right for you. Straight up and away. Good. That's right about 10. I'll add a couple extra here. And that is set one. When we go back to it, we'll come back to standing, curl, overhead press, tricep extension, looking for about 8 reps. So we went 10. Now we're going to go the round of 8. All right, toes pointing forward, standing nice and tall when you're ready. Curl it in, pushing up. Nice. 2. Eyes looking forward. Squeezing the belly, drawing it in, engaging the tush. Good. Keep that breathing going. Over halfway. Got about 2 more here. Moving well. It's my last one. Awesome. When you finish your 8 reps or so of that curl to overhead press, tricep extension, we'll come back down for set 2. Supine chest press with legs elevated. So on your back, draw those shoulders back and down. Knees come up and together, trying to squeeze those legs together. And then when you're ready, just straight up and down. Elbows come to the sides. And those of you that work with me quite a bit, think about our elbow position like in a push-up. So I don't want you to wing them wide, not like a 90-degree angle, more like a 30 to 45-degree angle of the elbows away from your torso. I have no idea what rep I'm on. We'll do a few more here. Get a little bit of a bird in the chest, and then we'll come back up for that last set. Also go for feel instead of reps sometimes. Beautiful. When you finish, making your way back up one last time, and then we'll have a little cool down stretch. Great job. Set of 6 is our goal on this last set. Toes forward. If you have a little bit heavier weight you want to play with, I'm going to try my other weight here. Midline draws in. If you don't have heavier weights to use, another way to make it more challenging is to go slower, especially on the negative. So I could slowly bring the weight back down, slowly extend the weight back out for the curl. So if I slow it down, it's going to increase the time under tension and give a harder training stimulus. Kind of like a little trick when you don't have the option to go heavier with your weights. Good. 6 is our recommended number. A little more, a little less. 2 more here. Looks great, crew. It's my last one. Oh, that weight did the trick. And then we're coming into our final set. Chest press from your back. Come on down. Drawing those shoulders back, holding those knees up and together. And when you're ready, up and down. It's our last one. So let's just do a little bit of a burnout rep here. 6 with our desired number, but most of us don't have weights available right now to really challenge ourselves for 6 reps. Just kind of keep moving here until you feel a good solid burn. Go about another 5 reps. And then when you finish, go ahead and stay down here with me, but set that weight aside. Just clear your space. And I'm all done. All right, great job, everybody. When you finish, as I mentioned, go ahead and clear the space, and then we're going to stretch out our hips to start by going to go ahead and pull your right knee towards the right shoulder, extend your left leg straight out, and we're going to go into our glute and figure 4 hip stretch. So as you draw that right knee in, think about now guiding it across the body towards the left shoulder. Feel that outer right hip open. Soft and subtle. Good. From there, go ahead and bring your left knee up so that your right foot meets the left thigh. Taking it into figure 4 stretch. Reach between the leg with the right arm, outer part of the leg with the left, and hug that hip in. Just focus on this traditional figure 4 stretch to start. And if you'd like to add some work with that left leg, we'll start to wake up that sciatic nerve. So you can extend your left leg straight up in the air, draw the foot back towards your face, draw the toes back. You're going to point the foot to the sky, draw it back towards you. Hold that position as you bend the knee down and in, coming back into that figure 4 with the foot flexed. And then we'll extend. We'll do that about 3 times before we switch legs. Point the toe to the sky, draw the toes back towards you, holding that position as you bend it down. Good. And some days you'll feel tension in the back of the legs. Other days you won't. This side feels pretty loose for me today, but let's see how the other side feels. After 3 rounds, that sciatic nerve floss, go ahead and switch legs. We're going to start with the glute stretch on the left. So you want to extend that right leg straight out, interlace the hands. You draw the left knee towards the left shoulder, and then across the body towards the right shoulder. Breathe here. Good. If that glute has started to open up now, we'll bring the right foot up, or right thigh to meet the left foot. Grabbing between the legs, hugging that right thigh into the chest. Breathing here. Good. And when you're ready, if you want to add that sciatic nerve floss for the right leg, you'll extend that knee, trying to push the bottom of the foot towards the ceiling. Toes drawn back. Point the toes away from your face. Draw them back towards you. Hold that position of them drawn back as you bend the knee down and in. Then we'll go twice more on your own. Stand up. Point. Stand. Very nice. One last time. Finish that third one. Go back into that deeper figure 4, really hugging it all in. And when you're ready, release that hip. All right, fantastic. I'm going to roll it back over. I want to open up your upper body a little bit more, and then we'll conclude our session. So back to hands and knees. We're going to do our mid-back rotations, not that mid-back. So wide handprint. Go ahead and take your right hand behind the head, left hand's on the ground. You're going to bring the elbow to meet the opposite elbow, and then you're going to rotate through, peering up to the sky or ceiling, pausing in that open position. Breathe in as you bring the elbows towards one another, and breathe out as you rotate. Trying to keep your hips relatively square. Good. Pausing in that open position. And you go between 5 and 8 on each side. Also focus to lift up out of that downside shoulder so you don't just sink into that support arm. One more and then switch. When you're ready, same thing other side. Breathe in as you lower, exhale as you rotate. 5 to 8 on this opposite side. Really key to follow the elbow with your eyes. Also, turn those eyes Glancing up, that's going to give you a little bit more rotation through the head and neck. Last one. Very nice. From there, variation of a child's position. We're going to open up the inner thighs as well. So let's take your left leg, extend it straight out to the side, turn the sole of the foot down to the floor, kind of gripping those toes down. Take your left hand just slightly across the midline of the body towards that right hand. And now lower back down like you're coming into a modification of a child's position. So I'll breathe in as I rock forward onto the hands. Exhale as you lower on back, bringing your hips back towards that opposite heel. Breathing in on that forward rock, exhale on that backward rock. One or two more. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and switch sides. Walking your left leg in, same thing on your right side. Extend that leg out, and there's a tendency to be up on the side of the foot, so really try to grip the sole of the foot down. Same side hand reaches across, and then we'll go about 3 to 5 times here. Breathing in as you rock it forward. Exhale as you lower back. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Fantastic. And when you're all done there, walk both legs in so that you're on your kneeling position, toes together, knees divide, and then little fingers come together as you rotate the palms up towards the ceiling for a supinated child's position to finish. So reach those arms straight out, palms up, and lower on back. And just use breath to help your body to relax. When you breathe in, think about trying to expand your mid-back, sending the air into the outer part of your lungs as well. As you exhale, invite your heart to come a little closer to the floor. 2 more breaths. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and come up out of that. Great job today, everybody. Take the time. Anything else your body might be asking for? Nice circles of the arms, circles of the head and neck. Otherwise, stay hydrated. I notice I don't drink as much when I'm not as close to the restrooms here leading classes in the park. But those of you that are close and convenient at home, keep drinking your water, and we'll see you next time.